Hey, what's up? This is Chosen, and this video is going to be your update for April 3rd, 2020. Get you caught up on everything coming in game, including the Sacred Order event and all of that stuff going on. So let's get into it. Alrighty, so first things first, we're being told behind the scenes there's going to be a Sacred Order event coming in where certain champions will have a buffed chance to acquire them. I'll go ahead and show you the teaser image. It is this right here. So the champions that are going to be included in this are Roshar the Tower, Martyr, Sir Nicholas, Venus, Talia, Aethar, Juliana, and Frostbringer. So a few really good legendaries and some pretty good epics. There is not going to be a 2x event coinciding with this, so it's just going to be normal shard rates. But if you summon epics and legendaries, there's going to be a more likely of a chance that it is those champions that I mentioned again: Roshar, Martyr, Sir Nicholas, Venus, Talia, Aethar, Juliana, and Frostbringer. So the big question is going to be, is it worth it? So Martyr and Sir Nicholas and Venus are extremely good legendaries. Now, Martyr is out of regular shards like Ancients and Sacreds, and then obviously your Sir Nicholas and Venus would be the big prizes out of a Void shard. Now, remember, if we pull up the portal and click on the eye, Voids are still only going to be a 0.5% chance to summon a legendary. It's going to be normal rates. It's not times 10. It's just a times 10 chance that if you get a legendary, it'll be one of those. So, gosh, I mean, you're going to have to pull so many Void shards to feel good about your chances of getting Venus or Sir Nick. So it's one that I'm probably going to stay away from and wait until we have more of a coinciding fusion or some type of 2x event before pulling my shards. And I know a big question right now, since we just finished 2x Voids, is which shards are going to be boosted next. And if Plarium sticks to their normal rotation, we're probably going to be getting 2x boosted Sacreds about 3 or 4 weeks from now, is kind of my educated guess. But obviously that's not set in stone, and it could change. Alrighty, let's put that Sacred Order image away. And another big question is, when exactly is 1.14 coming out? We've been saying expect it somewhere between April 10th and April 20th. That's what I've been telling you guys for about a month. We're kind of being told behind the scenes that if things go according to plan, Plarium expects patch 1.14 to hit live next week. I've got videos covering exactly what's in 1.14. I'm not going to rehash that stuff for the second or third time. But we're being told if things go according to schedule, expect it to go live next week. Not necessarily Monday. It sounds like they're not expecting it to be Monday. It could be later in the week, like Thursday or something. So should line up at about that April 10th to April 20th range that we kind of thought it was going to come. So hopefully in the later part of next week, if not the early part of the week after that, to hit that April 10th to April 20th window, somewhere in there. So that's kind of what we're hearing in terms of that, so expect it in the next week or two. And something fun kind of going on in the raid community that I haven't touched on is they are actually doing a raid music video contest. I'm excited for this because there's a lot of really talented people out there. I'm not very musically inclined, so I don't know if I'm going to participate in this. Anything I make would probably be a disaster and not very good in terms of like a music video. But there are so many people out there that are so good at stuff like this. People like Jay Giggs, he's done songs and rap verses and stuff. I'm excited to see if he participates in this, just as kind of like a friend of mine off the top of my head. But yeah, I'm sure something cool and probably multiple cool things are going to come out of this. I'm excited to see what people come up with. And I'm not going to rehash all the rules and explanations. You can kind of read that over in game, but the rewards look pretty decent. I mean, 10 Sacreds, 20 Voids, 65 Ancients, 6,000 energy, 6 million silver, and 4,500 gems to the winner. So obviously it depends on how much effort goes into whoever wins and kind of how much time they spend on it, but that's a pretty decent reward in terms of making a quick little music video and seeing if you can pop off and get up here in the top 3. So I'm kind of excited for what comes out of this, and I think it's a pretty cool thing that Plarium's doing for the community. And there's actually a lot of stuff going on in game right now to cover. So we just finished an Ice Golem event was kind of, obviously the Ice Golem is thought of as the worst dungeon in the game. My group was super inactive. There's only 2 people that technically went hard, so I was able to win it, get the Relentless set, and you can see here that really only 2 people were interested in really going after it. So the good news is, it's usually an easier tournament to win your group. The bad news is the Golem is the worst dungeon in the game to spend all of your energy on, but it can be handy to get those defense sets. Defense is one of the better sets in the game, so there is at least some utility to it, but it is generally thought of as a dungeon that people aren't really wanting to spend a ton of energy on. And we've also got a spider tournament going on right now. Now, on contrast to that, spider is one of the best things you can spend your resources on. Spider and dragon are kind of generally thought as the 2 dungeons that you really want to grind. So I would recommend at least going for the 2050 to get the epic book. It's tough to get epic books and legendary books in this game. So anytime you can see them as part of a reward, especially in something like the dungeons of spider and dragon, I would recommend at least going for the book, and then maybe, you know, see how realistic it is to win your group and kind of go from there, to, you know, depending on how much energy you want to dump into the spider. But all in all, looks like a decent event. Again, the rewards on the right have been getting a little bit underwhelming, but at least they're giving full 6-star Relentless sets to the top 2. They were playing around with giving like 4 pieces and giving like 5 stars to number 2. So at least they're upping the rewards at the top. And it looks like, you know, 4 and 5 and 6 and on down, they're starting to do a little bit better rewards for the top 10. So the left side is trending in the right direction, but the right side rewards are getting a little bit underwhelming, unfortunately. And then we'll back out of here and dive into the events going on right now. So a lot going on. Like I said, we've got 2 champion training events, but the cool thing is that we've got this one is basically just daily login rewards. I mean, as long as you're leveling up a champion every day, you're gonna get this stuff, and this is pretty cool. I think this is a good move by Plarium. We need more stuff like this, you know, incentive to get players into the game daily and being active on the game and in the community. This is very good. It's very easy to achieve, and it's very good rewards for the amount of effort put into it. So I love stuff like this, and I hope they do more stuff like this. And then we've got the big training event, which is 30,000 points to, you know, we've got what, like 10 days left? Yeah, 10 days left to go ahead and try to get this legendary book and some of the, you know, other ancillary rewards here. So do what you can there. Don't, you know, slaughter yourself trying to go all in to get it or anything, but just kind of do what you can on champion training. It's never a bad idea to participate in those events. And then let's go over the summoning rush. That's obviously going to probably be basically a countdown timer to when the 10x Sacred Order event is going to be kicking off. Well, I guess I shouldn't call it a 10x Sacred Order. It's a 10x specific champions from the Sacred Order. Remember, it is Rochard, Martyr, Sir Nicholas, Venus, Talia, Aethar, Juliana, and Frostbringer. So that's probably going to be starting based on this countdown in the Summon Rush is probably when that 10x event for those Sacred Order champions is going to kick off, and we'll have to kind of see how well this is structured when that goes live. And then Artifact Enhancement event. So these have been costing around 6,000 points. This is trending down a little bit, which I like to see. That's good. Anytime they make it a little bit easier, I'm all for that, because the player base has been kind of devastated by silver cost recently. There's been a lot of things to upgrade, a lot of artifact enhancement, a lot of stuff coming out in terms of battle pass missions and all sorts of stuff. So some people are really hurting on silver, so making this a little bit easier is definitely a trend in the right direction. And the rewards look decent, so get that stuff to level 8, level 12, and then things that you're already wearing that you know you're going to have to upgrade to 16 at some point. Now is not a bad time to make that investment while there's an artifact enhancement event going live. And if you want to see kind of how I do it, this is what I do during this event. Because there's a spider tournament going on, so I'm getting a bunch of spider pieces. What I do is go to my spider artifacts, and I go to my banners first, because that's kind of like the biggest priority. And then what I do is upgrade them to level 8. And then I can make a decision on which ones I want to keep or not. So if this thing rolls like double HP without a single roll in speed, I'll probably cut it loose and let rid of it. But if it rolls speed or something, now it's something I want to keep. Or if it went like double attack, it might be something I sell. I kind of use this as an opportunity to you know, see how stuff is rolling and decide what I want to keep. So let me find a good example here. So this one doesn't have speed. Okay. This one doesn't have speed, so this and it's only 5 stars. So me being pretty endgame, this is probably one I'm gonna sell. But watch this. I can get basically free points. I can take this to level 4 really quickly, and it only costs me about, what is this? Gonna be like 7 or 8,000? Yeah, probably about 8,000 silver it cost me just to upgrade that really quick. If it's one that I'm gonna sell anyway, I might as well spend the 8,000, upgrade it, and then when I go to sell, you can see I get 70,000. So honestly, I could probably take that to level 8 basically for free. Upgrade to level 4 or 8 and then sell it, and I basically got free event points for my, you know, to complete the artifact enhancement event on something I was going to sell anyway. So what I'm doing is kind of looking for things and kind of seeing if I want to cut it loose or not. So let's upgrade this to level 8. If it doesn't roll speed by level 8, I'll probably cut it loose. And boom, there's 4, and we got defense. Defense is not a bad roll. Now, if the next one goes speed or defense, it'd probably be something I'd hang on to. If it goes attack, I'll probably just sell it. Uh-oh, here we go. Don't do this to me while I'm live. There you go. Alright, so it's attack, it's resistance, it's 5-star, it didn't roll speed, any of the first 2. So again, it's one I'm going to cut loose, and I get my 70,000, probably getting back everything I spent for those level ups. So that's the way I kind of do the event, because of it coinciding with a spider tournament. I'm going to be getting a bunch of items from the spider, prioritizing my banners first. Those are usually the most important ones to kind of see which ones are going to roll speed or not, because banners are the only spot we can get speed out of rings, amulets, and banners. So I really want to keep my banners kind of managed on which ones I should keep or not, and that's kind of my thought process during this event and how I'm going to be using my silver to kind of min-max it during the spider event and the artifact enhancement event. So let's back out of this and go into some of the offers here. Okay, so daily pack. Let's pop up the offer sheet here. Plug this. If I remember right, when I did this one on stream, it actually didn't grade out super well, which is unfortunate because these have been really hit or miss. 550 gems. Okay, yeah, so this one grades out pretty bad. This is one I'm going to be staying away from. Sometimes these daily packs are really good, and sometimes they're about, you know, like 25-30% of the time they're really bad, and this one is one I'm staying away from. They should have thrown in some energy to go along with this or something. You know, like, I would throw in like 1,000 energy, kind of split up over this, and then boom, we're talking a 1.9 or so, and it's one that I would really consider, but it still wouldn't be amazing. At 1,500, then I would definitely, at 1,500 I would have bought it, but the way it stands right here, it's going to be a pass. Special skill pack. I don't really need to plug these in. These are pretty well known at this point. It looks unchanged to me. It looks the same as it was last time. These are pretty good for you heavy spenders that need books. For the people who are looking for more bang for their buck, this one might not be the best deal out there for you. So that's kind of my unchanged opinion on that. The monthly pack here, these are usually very good. When we get like a full month to decide on something, it's usually very good. So let me plug this in here. We got no silver, we've got gems, or wait, we'll start energy at 1,500, 1,150, and then some shards. We've got ancients at 8 and voids at 4 and 2. So yeah, this is a 2.47. This is one of the best packs you're ever going to get offered in terms of guaranteed progression based on the energy and the gems with upside potential of a mixture of shards. So I like this offer, and if you're the type to spend money on raid, this is one of the best offers you're ever going to get in terms of what you're getting in for bang for dollar in terms of guaranteed progression and potential upside from shards. Mini mix pack, we don't have to really go over that. Immortal set, if this were 15, it'd be a little bit more in line. At 20, I think it's a little bit too expensive. And for newer to mid-game players, this might be decent. For end-game players, this is probably going to be a hard pass. So that kind of covers the offers and everything kind of going on in the game right now. So definitely let me know what you think down in the comments. And as always, guys, stay safe out there. Be well. It's a crazy time in the world, and I hope you're doing okay. Thank you for watching. Have a good rest of your day. Peace.